Hi guys, welcome to my channel. It's your girl, the only Monique with the double KK. So in this video, I am going to be doing jollof rice tutorial. I'm going to be correcting the mistakes you always make while cooking jollof rice. How to add water and how to guess the amount of ingredients and tomatoes to use. I will be using turkey and chicken. These are the spices that I'm going to be using. And I'm going to be using already blended tomatoes and their puree tomatoes. And I'm using these onions, they want to boil, they want to cook, and they want to blend all year. I'm using scotch bonnet. If you like it very spicy, you can add more. And I'm using paprika, pepper, and their chicken bone plus tomatoes, pepper. So this one is optional. And this is the stock cube and salt I'm using. And I'm using bell pepper. I already sliced it. I'm using sunflower oil. So let's parboil the meat. Stock cube. I don't like to show the amount of stock cube that I use in cooking jollof rice because I don't know the quantity that you are cooking. But if you can gauge stock cube also make jollof rice come out sweet. You can cook 1 kilo of jollof rice. You use 2 stock cube to cook it, and now you want to cook 3 kilo of jollof rice. You want to also use that same stock cube. Do the maths. So that's what I just wanted to know about the stock cube for those who keep commenting. And for the ingredients, if I tell you don't add the others, you see thyme, curry, garlic, nutmeg. What's it again? That's the most important ones. This is just special spices ingredients, which is not so common in the market, but I always love to use it. So let's put that aside. That one can make meat sweet. So after pouring in all the ingredients, including water, you cover to cook to your taste. Okay. While waiting for the meat to be well cooked, let's wash the rice. You know, I always wash my rice with salt. It helps remove starch from the rice. I use boiled water to wash my rice. Already washed now. So the meat is almost cooked. I just have to stir again. So guys, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. So as you can see, I just sieve out the meat for frying. And you see how colorful and beautiful it comes out to look. That's how it's supposed to look. So I have to receive the stock water. Always use this small filter to sieve it out, okay? So we are about to fry the stew, jollof stew. While frying your jollof stew, please don't use too much oil. If you want to add butter to it at the end, so it won't be too much oily. Okay. So I just fried in the onions, stir, and then pour in the pureed tomatoes and stir to fry. Fry for at least 2 minutes before pouring in the blended tomatoes, onions, and scotch bonnet pepper. You can reduce the amount of the tomatoes to use if you really want your jollof rice to be scanty. But for me, I really want a moist jollof rice because kids will be eating from this. And me, I love it moist too, except I'm cooking for party. That's when I love to cook the dried scanting one. So the tomatoes is already cooked. I'm about to pour in the bell pepper. You can use the fresh bell pepper, but I'm making use of the dried blend one. Stir to mix. So while stirring to fry, please subscribe to my channel, like, share, and also drop a comment in the comment box. Like, I have more than 3 different ways to cook jollof rice in my channel. Feel free to check it out. So these ingredients are optional, they are just personal to me, okay? Like I said, I don't show the amount of stock cube that I use. If I say, like I said, ingredients make jollof rice really come and taste the sweet. Like I not say maybe the pack and put. No. Take a little portion of it because camera can make it look plenty in my plate on my plate like maybe the portion is very plenty. Now they are just little. Wait, depends on the quantity of rice that I'm cooking. You get me? But when I'm cooking like 1 or 2 kilo, like the one I just cooked, you know that teaspoon that children used to drink their tea. You just use it to pick it one all around. But when you zoom in the camera, it become very. It looks plenty. You get me? So that's what I just want to explain. So after mixing in all the ingredients, I'm about to pour in water that I'm going to use to cook the jollof rice. Normally I use stock water or true. So I already gauge the stock water, but I'm going to pour in just a little so I can explain better at what stage you can add more water when your rice is still very hard. So keep watching. So I'm going to reserve it. Normally the whole of the water would be enough for me to cook my rice, but I'm going to be adding it stage by stage for those who really don't know how to gauge water to cook jollof rice, so it won't be too soft or some part hard and some part soft. Okay, you add it little, you add in water little if you are not good at gauging jollof water or gauging water to cook jollof. I almost forgot to add salt, just a little salt because I use enough stock cube and ingredients. So I just added a little stock salt. Remember, we are cooking 3 kilo of jollof rice. So we cover to cook for like 5 or 10 minutes so all the ingredients can absorb into the jollof stew. So now we are going to gently pour in the rice. Before you pour in the rice, stir the stew, then pour in the rice. As you can see, the camera is not doing justice to the stew, but I tell you, the stew is so rare. So mix very well, very well. Though this water won't be enough, we are still going to add water. Keep washing for better explanation. So as you can see, the water is going down. I have to stir very well, stir to the bottom. Okay, then I will taste to see if the rice still need water. When you see the rice is still very hard and the water in it won't be enough, then you add water to it. Okay, don't let your rice to be fully dried before you add water to it. That is why jollof will be overcooked, overdone at the bottom. Some part will be done, some part will be half done. If jollof rice is dried before you add water to it, it will never cook up again. it will just be soaking at the bottom of the pot. So this is the right time to add water to your jollof. I will be adding water to this jollof 2 times. So I'm adding the first water. So I'm going to be adding a little of this. Like I said, you can use plain water or stock water. I'm making use of my stock water because I always gauge it while cooking the meat. So now you add water, stir it very well. This explanation are for those who always get the amount of water wrong. Then be adding your water little, and you will get your jollof rice wrong again. So you stir after adding the water and cover to cook. So open to stir. Always stir your jollof rice every 5 minutes. Okay. Now I'm going to check again. You see the water is down again. Then I stir and I taste again to see if it still needs water. So when I taste, I realize it still needs water. Then I will pour in the last water. Okay, don't allow jollof rice to be fully dried before you add water. So another thing I am going to do again after adding this water, if at this point, if you check that your jollof rice is not red enough, maybe you did gauge the tomatoes you used to cook it or the pureed tomatoes you used to cook it. Who says you can't add tomatoes to your jollof rice while it's cooking? So now you can add pureed tomatoes to your jollof rice. If you know it's not red enough and the tomatoes is not enough, pureed tomatoes is already cooked. Oh, you will say it a bite? No, or maybe it bites teeth or something like that. No, the ingredients of jollof rice, the overheat of jollof rice empower the taste of the thick tomatoes. It will show up, so it, you would feel the taste of it. So you can mix it inside the last water, or add it the way I add it to my rice. You see the way I mix it a little before stirring my rice all together. So that's when the only time you can add pureed tomatoes to your jollof rice is when you are pouring in the last water, then cover to cook. And the part that I use stock water all through, like I always say when I'm cooking jollof rice, I love to use stock water. That's why I use plenty water to cook what was it called, to cook the meat. You get me? But you can also use plain water, because the last video that I did, someone wrote me and said I can't add plain water when I found out the rice is still had. I was like, oh yeah, this is just me. I just like to use stock water because, let me put that aside. So you can use plain water, but don't allow the previous water to dry it before you add water to jollof rice. That is where mistake is coming from. The way you are still stirring it, you are still seeing water is going down, and you taste it is still hard, and you know that this water that is remaining will not make it soft. You can add a little to it. You get me, yes. That's it, my lovelies. Okay, you can use plain water. There are always use stock water. I'm used to it. That's now let's check. I'm going to stir now. I am cooking on a very high heat. Okay, so after stirring, I'm going to leave it to burn. This is where we need that burning smell jollof rice. That one we call party jollof rice. It's already burning. As you can see, I'm checking the bottom. So I'm going to stir now, cover it to cook and give me that smoking smell. As you can see, there is still water. When your jollof rice is on this level, don't remove it from the fire. There is still water. Cover it. Okay. Now, my jollof rice is almost 98% ready. I just add the onions on. I just want my jollof rice to be colorful. Okay, it's something different. This is optional, but it also make your jollof rice sweet and tasty. Eddie name them me. So that's it. I love to add this to mine. So I'm using yogurt butter because I want my jollof rice to be really moist. So I just use yogurt butter. You can use the other jollof butter, okay? Then cover to eat for just few minutes. Then jollof rice is ready, but I'm going to stir and still cover to heat a little bit. Don't mind the color of the onions. The heat of the jollof rice will absorb it. You see how beautiful, colorful, delicious this jollof rice look. So after watching this video, you still get your jollof rice wrongly? No. No, no, no. Don't tell me you got it wrong. Please, if this recipe or if this tutorial was useful to you, please indicate in the comment section. Like, share, and also subscribe. These are the few mistakes we make while cooking jollof rice, and I decided to correct it. I dedicate this jollof rice to make a food tutorial. No be say jollof rice dey hungry me o. So I just cook this at home. So if you want to cook for many guests, like 10, like 13 kilo, 15 kilo, I have 15 kilo of jollof rice recipe in my channel. Thank you for watching. So I hope you got it right this time. Yes, I hope you were so careful with the water. Yeah, I hope you were so careful with the ingredients. Yeah. Thank you for watching. See you on our next video. I love you. Bye.